Hello everybody. Today we'll be showcasing one of my favorite Matchbox mixes of 2022, which is Mix 4. I know that's very bold to say, especially since I have Mix 5 right now, haven't reviewed it yet, and Mix 6 is around the corner. So it's pretty bold for me to say this is my favorite mix, but I'm saying that mostly because every model that I picked as a highlight, I have the full collection of it. So that kind of tells you that there were some good models in this case. And I can't really say that about every model. Like, there are some cars that I buy just because I like the color. I'm like, oh, this is a good color. I don't really like this casting. I'm just going to buy it, and it'll be my only one because of the color. But then, with these ones, these are just such good castings that I have every single version of them. Besides the Nissan Z. And we'll get to that because I do not have all of those. There's a lot of them. I want to, at some point, I do want to get them all, but not yet. So that being said, if there is a specific model in this video that you want me to do a feature on for the complete collection, like this Cadillac, for instance, I have them all. So yeah, it'll give a nice change of pace to go back a little bit and look at the other models. So yeah, speaking of the Cadillac, let's get into this. Is the 1941 Cadillac Series 62 convertible coupe. That's a long name. I have no idea what. I don't know how many of these they've done. They've done a lot, which is not helpful for me. But I do have them all in my case, so this will fit in nicely with them. It is red, so it is very different from the other ones. I know there's a green one, a black one, a blue one. And I want to say, I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, that's the yellow one, too. But I think the red is, like, the most different from all of them. And I really like this red. Very nice red. We got all the detail. I think that's the same details as the other models. I didn't bring out the other ones to show, but I would think it's the same details. Love the black vents. We got all this chrome trim. Yes, they were decking these things out in the 1940s with chrome trim. What was this one? 41? Yeah. This might have been like a commander's car they'd ride around on base with during the war. Very nice chrome. I like the chrome bumper. I think every single release of this has had the chrome bumpers, so that's good. That's good. Next up, the Plymouth Savoy, or Savoy, Savoy, not the Savoyer, the Savoy. This casting actually has a very simple history because it only came out last year. There is one other version in black, and yeah, that's all. So, no, I'm not doing a video on this casting because there's only two versions. Oh, wait a minute. No, there's a blue one. I forgot. It's premium. I don't have it because... Okay, so maybe I do not have the full collection of this Plymouth Savoy, but really, if you have the black and white one, you don't need the blue one at all because the blue one is really goofy. This one is very nice. I don't know. I think I still like the black one better, but it's... I don't know. I have to put them together. I like the black one because it's metal flake. If this one was like a pearl white, maybe. But it's just regular white. Nothing wrong with it. No headlight details, but you don't really need it. You got your tail lights, your Savoy plate. Does that say Massachusetts? You got all the chrome trim, which, yeah, that's another thing with it being white. It's hard to see all the chrome trim. The door handle. On the window, too. I don't know what the heck that says. Does it say Plymouth? Still pretty clean. Love just the center caps are painted silver. Still gives it that police look. This could, This could easily be an unmarked police car from the 60s, right? Is this a 60? I just read the patch. Yeah, 62. Easily an unmarked cop car. Gotta watch out for it. Alright, what's next? Nissan Z time. 2003 Nissan 350Z, which is technically the third version of this casting. We have the original one from, well, I think it actually came out before the golden era, but it was very alive throughout the golden era. And then last year, actually, it got retooled with no interior, and everybody complained. So now it has an interior, but it's still the retooled body, which is not that good because they got rid of all the badging. And it worked fine with the other version because I think they did paint the badging. But on this one, no, there's no badging. It looks generic. At least you got side back. Like, okay, at least that's still embossed. Got 350Z, Matchbox Japan. I really like this livery, actually. But they brought back these stupid wheels. You know, I like the 6 spokes. Here, where's a good... I don't have any cars around here with the 6 spokes. Well, yeah, because these are the larger version of the 6 spokes. Because they ended up retooling these, making them smaller, and now they brought them back. Matchbox doesn't know what the heck they're doing with sometimes. Sometimes. Most of the time, they're pretty good, but then sometimes they make questionable decisions, and it leaves us confused. Here's your half a tail light. Yes, this one represents Japan in this little mini-series that they're doing. I think it kind of died because I don't know if there's any after the Nissan Z. But from Mix 2, we had the Ridgeline. Mix 3, we had the Land Rover. And now Mix 4, we have the Z. I don't know if there was one in Mix 5. I don't think so. And I don't think there's one in Mix 6 either. So I don't know what happened to this line. I mean, when I saw the Land Rover matching the Ridgeline, I'm like, oh, cool! I'm gonna collect all of these because that would be cool to put them all together. And then the Z came out, I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then it kind of ended. So I don't know what they were doing. There's another questionable decision of Matchbox, but here's a decision that I will not question. A plum crazy Charger. Love it. Love it. Easily my favorite release of this casting so far. Originally, it was the charcoal, or I don't even know if it's like the primer gray with the black 5 spokes. No. This one outdoes that. So this one, actually, I was planning to do a complete collection on this casting anyway, so I might do that. If anybody wants to see that, that might be coming next year, maybe. I know it sounds like a long time when I say next year, but it's literally like 2 months. There's your headlights, markers down below, or your fog lights. Not really sure how these things are set up. There's your tail light. I know they've looked like this since like 2018. What is this one? Oh god, 2018. Yeah. So this is the facelift, right? Plum crazy. Unless it even says plum crazy on the paint or on the plate. They know what they're doing. Yeah, this is an awesome release. Oh my god, I can't hold it. One thing though, I'm always gonna have complaints. Why are these axles so freaking long? That looks bad. Oh god. No, these axles are way too long. I hope that this is an error and they're not all like this, because I don't know why they're so freaking long. Okay, other than that, another questionable decision. Okay, this is just going to be Matchbox questionable decisions. No, this is an awesome release. I love it. So cool. I know okay, that is really shadowed. I don't know what is going on with my light, because I can see it perfectly fine without the camera. Maybe it was my camera doing that. I don't know. here's where we get to some all-time favorite castings from me, starting with the 2018 Toyota Hilux. Oh my god, that's blurry. The 2018 Toyota Hilux, or Hilux. Which, again, debuted last year. Only has one other release in red. So, again, not one I could do a complete collection video on. Not yet, at least. I also did a custom one as well. Love this green, though. Oh yeah, I like the flat black grille too. There's your headlights, little grille below, Toyota badge. Solid, very solid. So of course this would be the Australian version, I think. Yeah, because like the European and the Japanese versions look a little different in the front. But I know this is the Australian version. It's got like a flatter front. Like that's not the Matchbox casting. That's really how they look. The tail lights look amazing on this casting though. They did it with the red one, and they did a good job on this one too. There's their tailgate, Toyota Hilux. What's that say there? Revo? Oh, I wonder if the red one said that. I don't know. It's interesting. Love this casting. Just love it. I will always collect this one. This one, did I say this was my favorite, or was it the Forester that was my favorite last year? I don't remember, but it was a tough race. And we'll get to the Forester in a second, but let's look at this Mazda CX-5. Oh, God. They went out of the park with this mix. And like even the packaging, like the color, it's almost purple, but it's like a really pastel blue, and it looks really good. Ooh. Oh, low battery. Great. This would be another good one, like the Dodge Charger, to do a complete video on, a complete collection, because there's just a lot of good releases, and I have all those releases. So, actually, I don't think there ever has been a bad release of this casting. It's always just phenomenal. There's your headlights, your Mazda badge, and your grille, Mazda on the plate. I think they space out the releases decently enough. You know, they don't want to release them all at once because eventually they'll run out of colors. Because I think Mazda is one that's really picky about the colors and all that. Taillights look awesome on this one too. Mazda CX-5. I think they should go with a white one next. A white one will look really nice. This kind of, you know what this reminds me of? Do I have it? No, I don't have it up here. Reminds me of that, the Matchbox Volvo. What is it? The, here, I can just grab one of them. The C30? It reminds me of one of the blue ones they did. I think it might have been Metal Flake, but it's the same, like, shade of blue, but I think the Volvo was Metal Flake. This one's just pastel. But yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of. All right. Last of the repeat models, quote unquote, the recolors, I should say, 2019 Subaru Forester. Still surprised Matchbox even did this, but I will take it. And this one, it kind of swapped colors with the Hilux. The Hilux debuted in red, and now it recolored in green. The Forester debuted in green, and now it's recolored in red. And they're both in the same mix as well. I think they were in the same mix last year, too. So, very interesting. They're little buddies who stick together. Oh, God. Knocked them over. There's your... I don't know. I still think the headlights are bad on this. I don't know if these are really good headlights, but... Carry on. Subaru badge looks good. The grille looks good. got the multi-spoke wheel rims on here. I would still like to see them do these wheels on here. I think they're more accurate, but yeah, it's only 2 releases so far, so we'll see where they go. Taillights look good, and you can tell that they actually painted or actually decaled the red part of the taillight. It doesn't blend in. Well, it does kind of blend in, but when you look at certain angles, you can see it. Forester, Subaru. There's your all-wheel drive badge underneath. Subaru. Love the metal flake red on this one. Looks very nice. Very cool release. And actually, it kind of reminds me of the Tomica one. Let's see who did a better red. Ooh, they're really similar actually. The Matchbox has a little more flake in it, but this is still metal flake. More of a Mazda red. But yeah, they're more similar than I thought. Interesting. All right, so there are your recolored castings. We had 2 new models in this case. Actually, 2 new licensed models. There might have been an unlicensed one in there that we will not discuss because it is not here. Starting off with, well, I guess the only electric vehicle of this case, I guess, the Tesla Model X. And actually, yeah, when I said I do technically have the complete collection of this. Not yet, but I will. And yeah, this is an awesome one. Love the blue. You know, all the colors are like very different in this mix as well. Like you get, these 2 are both red, but you know, they're very different of each other. This one actually is more like the Tomica. But yeah, they're different reds. They're very different reds. And you get white, silver, purple. And even with the Tesla here, compared to the Mazda blue, very different. So yeah, very nice colors in this mix. And we'll definitely see that with the other new model, which I'm sure you know what it is. But yeah, this is, what is this? The first Tesla of 2023 or 2022 from Matchbox. The first one that they're doing. In the main line, at least. And yeah, we'll have a couple more in the following Mix 5 and 6 videos coming out soon to a YouTube near you. There are your headlights, your Tesla badge, your teeny little grill that is not functional, but just there for design aesthetics. Silver trim on the grills below. For an electric vehicle, they're not really out there. Like the design is pretty simplistic until you look at the roof and the way the doors open. But it's a very simple vehicle when you look at it. And that's one thing I can actually like about Tesla, is just their designs are simple, you know, besides the Cybertruck. Yeah, they're not like showboaty or anything. Well, I mean, maybe Elon might be a little bit. But the cars are very humble. 0 emissions, Tesla. There's your towels. And of course, yeah. This does have the gull wing rear doors. Pretty interesting feature for a minivan-like van. Oh, I didn't know there was like 3 separate seats in the middle there. That's interesting. And then 2 in the back, so that's a 7-seater. Yeah. Typically, most minivans you can fit 8 people in. Not comfortably, but you could. Legally. Alright. The last one to close this off. If this wasn't already a good case, this made it even better. The 66 Dodge Charger. In metallic orange. Woo! The card art is just awesome. I know Lamley pointed that out too, and I have to see that in person, and boy, is he right. Like that. I know, it's better in person. mostly because my camera is like shadowing everything. This orange is very bright, but it looks very burnt on camera. Can we lighten this up a bit? No, we cannot. Okay. It is metal flake. Nice touch. Always love my metal flakes. And you gotta zoom in really far to see Dodge on the hood there. Very proportionally small for the size of that hood, but that's a Dodge thing, not a Matchbox thing. You do get a little bit of silver trim around the grill. The grill is chrome, part of the base. Okay, my phone's just messing with me. First it won't light up, now it won't focus. And I could reset the camera, which usually helps, but this is the last model, so I'm not cutting away for about 5 minutes of footage left. We'll just deal with this thing refocusing for this last model. Love the bar taillight, though. I'm kind of a sucker for that. I love it when cars just have a singular taillight across the rear end, or one that looks singular, but it might be divided by the trunk, you know, same thing. Here's your gas cap. Now this like fastback kind of reminds me of Plymouth Barracuda, but this window is nowhere near as big enough. I think they said that window in the Barracuda was one of the biggest ones ever produced for a car. So there's your trunk latch. Actually, that might be the gas cap, isn't? I know that is. That's the gas cap. Oops. And it's interesting that there's no A pillar. Oh, no, that's the A pillar. No, there's no B pillar. Is the fastback that strong that they don't even need a B pillar? Because it kind of looks funny without one. Like, even if you just put a little one that's not going to do much for design aesthetics, you know, that would be helpful. Yeah, it's interesting that there isn't one. Or unless that whole window rolls down, and when it does roll up, there's like a fake B pillar sitting there. But I mean, technically this would be the B pillar, right? And yeah, would a fastback be that strong to actually hold the roof in a rollover? Because it looks to me right now that would be structurally unsafe and that would cave in. But I don't know. We're talking about the real car now. This is about the Matchbox, and it is awesome. Highly recommend it if you can still find it in the stores. If you didn't grab it, then oh my god, look at that. The stance on this thing, it stands out too, because orange is very different from everything else here. Just the stance of this. We need one in black. We really need a black one with, do a black one with those wheels. And that would just be quintessential unmarked cop car. There you have it. This is up there for one of the best cases of the year. But, you know, I really shouldn't say that it is the best because I haven't looked at the other ones yet. It is the best one so far. There were good models from each case, but I can't say like every single model was good like these ones were. I don't even remember what else was in this case. I think it was pretty limited because they started integrating repeat models from former cases. But I do know that if you ordered or if your stores got the power grabs, there were no repeat models. So I think you got 2 Cadillacs, 2 Subarus, 2 Toyotas, and I don't know what else. 2 of these, of course. They definitely put 2 of the new models in there, but I think the carded ones had 1 of each, which was very interesting. So this case didn't have much of new content, but it definitely had some really good new content. Anyway, we'll wrap this up. 24 minutes. This was a little longer than I wanted to, but we touched all the points that I wanted to. I didn't forget a thing. So in that case, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye for now.